Lin Tuo, who was preparing to play the game, suddenly crossed over. Opening the door, Lin Tuo looked at Huoying Rock, which still had only 2 statues, and became even more confused. Is this Huoying Rock? Is this my village? Have I traveled to the world of Hokage? Or the era of the second generation Hokage? Ding! The check.In lottery system is bound. Successfully bound. Please remember, our goal is to become the strongest. After Lin Tuo checked the entire system, his whole person was not doing well. Can't I choose my own dog system? Why does everything rely on a lottery to win? There is no shopping mall. No task. Only the lottery. Please ask the host to explore on their own. Faced with the high cold of the system, Lin Tuo expressed great helplessness. It's better to hug your thighs. Whose thigh are you holding? Of course, it's the thigh of the future 5 generations Hokage Master Ji. However, he slowly realized that he was smoking surprisingly. It has truly become the strongest existence. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. System Lottery Issue. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Junior Lottery. Below 5 attribute points, including 5 points, excluding chakra attributes, with a low probability of drawing ninjutsu below level B, including level B, and a low probability of drawing special abilities, low-level speeding regeneration, there is a high probability of drawing something useless. That's why the protagonist pursues high-level lucky draws, because after reaching 5 attribute points, they can hardly draw anything great. Intermediate Lottery. There is a high probability of drawing below 10 attribute points, including 10 points, not including chakra attributes, ninjutsu below S level, including S level, low probability of drawing health continuation limits, 3 hook jade riding will eyes and below, special abilities, intermediate speed regeneration, good ninja tools, and so on. In short, there are basically no useless things drawn in the intermediate lottery, but there are not many good things. Advanced Lottery. Blood inheritance limit, blood inheritance elimination, blood inheritance netting, treasures, such as grass shaving sword, with attributes below 20, are all good things. Final Draw. Reincarnation I, perfect immortal body, etc. The lottery rules are probably like this. If there are any problems, Yuchi will immediately modify them. So you don't have to wonder why the protagonist must synthesize a higher level lottery, because low level lottery is not cost-effective. If there are any issues with ninjutsu, the system can directly learn it through the ninjutsu scroll. There are many ninjutsu techniques in Konoha that can also be developed by oneself, so the protagonist will not pursue a lottery to win ninjutsu. Finally, let me explain the issue of lottery synthesis. The reason for setting a ratio of 100:1 for the intermediate lottery synthesis in the primary lottery is because time has passed too early, and if the synthesis is too fast, the protagonist will be invincible too quickly. When the plot starts, the system will be upgraded once, and the probability of synthesizing intermediate lottery from basic lottery will return to the normal 10:1 ratio. If you have any further questions, you can leave a message in the book review section. Yuchi will reply and explain. If it is difficult to explain, it will be explained in the relevant section of the work. Thank you for your support, and I hope you can continue to support this book. Yuchi will continue to work hard. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Adhere to originality and eliminate non-compliant commitment letters. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I, Jian Yuchi, guarantee that the signed work belongs to my own original work and I will strictly follow the Feilu Writers' Convention during the creation process. I will adhere to originality and eliminate the following violations. If there are any violations, I am willing to bear all consequences arising from them. 1. Ensure that the signed work belongs to one's own original work and does not involve plagiarism or plot plagiarism in Chinese translation. 2. Ensure that no third-party works or plot are plagiarized during the creative process. 3. Ensure that this work is first published and the only contracted website on Feilu Novel Network. 4. Ensure compliance with laws and regulations during the creative process, including but not limited to violations such as not involving politics, not involving pornography, gambling, drugs, promoting cults, not ghostwriting, not blocking or abolishing manuscripts, not hosting, not selling works or accounts, etc. 5. Ensure that regardless of the word count of the work, the signed work must complete the plot, never end, and never stop or end. Feilu's novel. Fei wants you to look good. Gangshou, 24 years old. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Gangshou, age 24 years old. Basic attributes: ninja. 6 body. 6 fantasy. 4 force. 6 speed. 5 chakra. 6 note. 1 to 10 attributes correspond to lower ninja, middle ninja, elite middle ninja, special upper ninja, elite upper ninja, shadow, shadow peak, elite shadow peak, medical ninjutsu. Chakra scalpel, cactus technique ninjutsu. Immortal mode, immortal dharma. In seal, immortal dharma. Creation and regeneration. Baihao art, spiritual art ninja technique. Strange power, painful heavenly feat evaluation. At the age of 24, Gangshou possesses elite ninja level strength and can unleash shadow level or even super shadow level power, but his combat experience is relatively weak. Zilaiya, 24 years old. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zilaiya, age 24 years old. Basic attributes: ninja. 6 body. 5 fantasy. 3 force. 5 speed. 5 chakra. 6 note. 1 to 10 attributes correspond to lower ninja, middle ninja, elite middle ninja, special upper ninja, elite upper ninja, shadow, shadow peak, elite shadow peak, ninjutsu. Fire escape. Flame bullet, big flame bullet, fire dragon flame bullet, toad oil flame bullet. Earth done. Huangquan marsh, earth flow wall ninja technique. The technique of hiding needles in the ground and unleashing chaotic lion hair. No attribute. Shadow clone technique. Time space. The art of spiritual communication evaluation. At the age of 24, Zilaiya also has many means, but his basic strength is weak. He has not yet learned the immortal mode and has not reached the peak. She Wan, 24 years old. You are listening at novelfull.audio. She Wan, age 24 years old. Basic attributes: ninja. 6 body. 4 fantasy. 6 force. 4 speed. 6 chakra. 6 note. 1 to 10 attributes correspond to lower ninja, middle ninja, elite middle ninja, special upper ninja, elite upper ninja, shadow, shadow peak, elite shadow peak, ninjutsu. Feng done. A great breakthrough, the art of wind cutting earth escape. Earth substitute, rock hidden art illusion technique. The art of Naruto vision snake ninjutsu. Snake mouth binding, hidden shadow snake hand, hidden shadow multi-snake hand, formation of 10,000 snakes, snake limbs hardening. No attribute. The technique of sword shadow clone in hand. Time space. The art of spiritual communication evaluation. Elite ninjutsu within the Orochimaru is absolutely top-notch, with fast speed and strong ninjutsu illusion skills, but not good at melee combat, with weak melee physical skills and strength. Swirlpool Meizi has been captured, modified version. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After eating ramen noodles, Xuanhua Miko still didn't want to go home. She strolled around the village together with Bofeng Shuimen. However, she did not notice that in a dark place, 3 pairs of eyes were staring straight at her. Are you sure? Sure, she is the 9-tailed human pillarly hidden by Mu Yi. Great. Look for opportunities and capture Jiuwei Zhuli. The 3 of them quickly finished their discussion and silently followed behind the vortex Meizi and the wave wind water gate. After they arrived at a place where there was no one around, 3 ninjas suddenly appeared in front of Miko and Shueimen. Looking at the 3 people in front of her, Buofeng Shueimen felt uncomfortable, but instinctively blocked Meizi's way. What kind of people are you? Buofeng Shueimen let out a loud shout and took out a kuwu from his ninja bag, tightly gripping it in his hand. And the vortex behind her, Miko, immediately entered a state of battle. Little devil, just because you want to protect her. The leader Yunin lifted a disdainful smile. Hands on. With a big wave of his hand, Yunin, the leader, had no intention of taking action. Upon hearing his command, the other 2 Yunin couldn't help but disappear in place in an instant. So fast. The vortex beauty exclaimed in her heart, and the wave wind and water gate also tightened in her heart. These are clearly ninjas of the upper ninja level. Otherwise, there wouldn't be such a fast speed. Just as Buofeng Shueimen was pondering, one of the Yunin Shangren had already appeared in front of him, wielding his sword and beheading him. Buofeng Shui subconsciously used the instant body technique to evade attacks, but after evading it, he suddenly remembered that Miko Maitsu was still behind him. Vortex Meizi has already been knocked unconscious by another Yunin and held in her hand. 9-tailed pillar force, successfully captured. Taking out a bag, the leader Yunin Shangren directly put Jiu Shinai into the bag, gave a cold glance at Buofeng Shui gate, and then fled with the other 2 Yunin Shangren towards the outside of my village. As for the Buofeng Shui gate, they have no intention of killing him. Because this is Konoha, this little ghost is obviously not as easy to deal with as the 9-tailed pillar force. Their goal is just 9-tailed pillar force. Miko. When the 3 clouds disappeared with a vortex of beauty, the panicked and worried voices echoed in the quiet night. He really wants to go save Meizi immediately, but he is also very worried that with his own strength, he cannot snatch Meizi back from the hands of San Shangren. What should we do? By the way, Lord White Dragon. We must immediately tell Lord White Dragon about this matter. Realizing this, Buofeng Shui quickly ran towards Lin Tuo's family. He dared not waste even a little time. What he didn't see was a pair of dark eyes staring coldly at his back, with a cold smile on the corner of his mouth. Fortunately, on the way to Lin Tuo's house, Buofeng Shui gate happened to encounter Uchiha Meichin, who bid farewell to Vortex Jiu Shinai and went home. He was immediately overjoyed. Meichin, do you know where the White Dragon Mansion is? Looking at the anxious Buofeng Shui gate, Yuji Bomikin hesitated for a moment before still asking. What happened? Watergate. Meizi has been captured. Can you help me tell Lord Bailong about this, Meichin? I must go save Meizi immediately, said the Feng Shui gate in an urgent voice. What? Yuzibo Meichin was startled and quickly nodded. Don't worry. I will tell brother Lin Tuo about this immediately. Thank you very much. A hint of firmness flashed in the eyes of Buofeng Shui gate, rushing straight towards the direction of the wooden leaf gate. He wants to save Meizi. Of one's own unit Lin Tuo sat on the sofa holding a scroll and watched quietly. What is written on the scroll is not ninjutsu, but various intelligence from the ninja world. This intelligence scroll was sent by someone from the Monkey Flying Sun / with the aim of allowing Lin Tuo to understand the current situation in the ninja world. Gangshou and Xuanwu Juxinai have finished dinner and gone to rest, with only Lin Tuo waiting in the living room for Xuanwu Meizi to come home. There is not much content on the intelligence scroll, and Lin Tuo quickly finished reading it. Putting down the scroll in his hand, Lin Tuo glanced into the yard and furrowed his brow lightly. Why hasn't Miko come back yet? Lin Tuo feels a bit angry in his heart. How did Vortex Miko, who is usually obedient, learn from Vortex Juxina? He knows that Meizi Miko likes Pokemon, but at such a young age, can she still stay up at night? Before this, there was no precedent for Miyako to stay up so late. Lin Tuo knew from Vortex Juxinai that Meizi and Bo Fengshui were staying together, so he didn't have much concern. What does Bo Fengshui men dare to do to Meizi? He dare not. Standing up and stretching lazily, Lin Tuo stepped out of the living room. He wants to go and retrieve the Whirlpool beauty. Arriving at the gate of the courtyard, Lin Tuo was about to open it when suddenly a heavy and rapid knocking sounded. Upon hearing such a knocking on the door, Lin Tuo instinctively felt a sense of unease in his heart. Without any hesitation, Lin Tuo directly opened the courtyard door. Outside the door, there was Uchiha Meichin running all the way, breathing rapidly. Meichin. Why did you come? Lin. Brother Lin Tuo. Seeing Lin Tuo's Yuzhibo Meichin take a deep breath, it took him a while to smooth out his breath. Brother Lin Tuo. It's not good. Meizi has been captured. What? Lin Tuo's eyes narrowed, and a dangerous light flashed deep in his eyes. Lin Tuo, who had experienced strong winds and waves, was not in a hurry. Instead, he calmly asked Yuzhibo Meichin. Meichin, do you know who captured Juxina? I don't know. Yuzhibo Meichin apologized with a look on her face. It was Watergate who told me about this. He has already gone to save Miko. Is that so? Lin Tuo's heart twitched as he suddenly thought of a plot from the original work. In the original work, it seems that the Whirlpool Juxina had an experience of being captured, and the person who rescued her was Bo Fengshui men. It was precisely because of that life-saving gesture that Vortex Juxinai changed her attitude towards the Wave Feng Shui gate. But now, Vortex Juxinai has become Vortex Meizi. Glancing at the anxious Uchiha Meichin in front of him, Lin Tuo asked softly. Meichin, do you want to go with me to save Meizi? Brother Lin Tuo, I want to go with you to save Meizi. I nodded heavily with a small fist as I entered the Uchiha Meichin. Although her relationship with Miyako is not very good, she is not bad at the gentle Miyako's senses. If possible, she would also come up with a contribution. That's good. Lin Tuo didn't talk nonsense and reached out to hold the Yuzhibo Meichin in his arms. The sudden embrace made Yuzhibo Meichin's eyes widen, and her cute little face instantly turn red. Brother Lin Tuo, did you hug me? Looking at the shy girl in his arms, Lin Tuo felt amused. I'm not very old, but I think a lot. Get ready. We're going. As soon as Lin Tuo finished speaking, Yuzhibo Meichin felt a dizzying sensation. After the dizziness disappeared, she found herself and Lin Tuo in a strange place. Lin Tuo glanced around and found that his current position was outside of my village. Next to it is a discarded ninja bag. The ninjutsu bag belongs to Miko Vortex, and it contains the flying thunder god Kuwu that Lin Tuo gave her. Otherwise, Lin Tuo wouldn't be able to use the flying thunder god technique to appear directly here. With a turn of his gaze, Lin Tuo turned towards the direction away from the wooden leaves. Just ahead in a relatively distant place, he saw 3 fleeing figures. One of them was still holding a burlap bag, which should be the Whirlpool Meizi inside. Found it. With a cold snort, Lin Tuo rushed towards the 3 ninjas holding Uchiha Meichin. At the moment when Lin Tuo took action, Yuzhibo Meichin noticed that the surrounding environment was retreating at a terrifying speed. Before she could recover, Lin Tuo had already stopped holding him. However, Lin Tuo did not appear directly in front of the 3 ninjas. Instead, he hid behind a large stone with Uchiha Meichin. Just ahead of them, in the middle of the road, 3 ninjas stopped. And in front of them, a handsome young man with golden hair was blocking there. Who is it? Not Bo Fengshui men. Yuzhibo Meichin quickly saw the scene ahead and widened her eyes. Has the water gate also arrived? The speed is quite fast. We'll give him a chance to save his beauty as a hero. Lin Tuo chuckled, without any intention of immediately taking action, but instead looked at the scene with great interest. In the original work, there was a turning point in the relationship between the Feng Shui Gate and the Whirlpool Jiu Xinai. Now that Jiu Xinai has become Meizi, he plans to take a look at the situation first. What? Are you saying that Lin Tuo is doing this to give away a daughter? Please. Lin Tuo had no idea about the vortex beauty at all. It's not possible to grow up either. Of course, the most important reason is that Lin Tuo is very curious. These three Yunin ninjas clearly possess the strength of the upper ninja level. How did they save Meizi Miko from their hands with the current level of Wave Feng Shui Gate? It is precisely because of this that Lin Tuo did not immediately intervene in the idea. Heroes save beauty. Yuzhibo Meichin blushed and instantly understood Lin Tuo's meaning. However, she couldn't help but worry a bit and said. Brother Lin Tuo, those three ninjas look very strong. What if Watergate encounters danger? Am I still here? Lin Tuo smiled lightly and couldn't help but rub the long black hair of Yuzhibo Meichin. Don't worry. I won't let little son encounter any danger. Little Sunday Watergate. Yuzhibo Meichin was taken aback and had to admit that the golden hair of the Feng Shui Gate did indeed look like the sun. Meanwhile, on the road, Bo Feng Shui Men is holding a kuwu and confronting three Yunin ninjas. The reason why we know they are Yunin ninjas is because Bo Feng Shui Men saw the kuwu they were wearing. Release Meizi. Shui Men shouted loudly, with a flash of killing intent in his eyes. He absolutely does not allow anyone to harm Miko. Little devil, I have to admire your courage. How dare you catch up? The leader Yun Yin gave a cold smile and didn't even pay attention to a little kid like Bo Feng Shui Men. After glancing behind him and realizing that there were no other Konoha ninjas chasing after him, the leader Yun Yin glanced at his right-hand companion and ordered. Kill him. Yes, sir. Yun Yin nodded lightly and slowly pulled out his ninja sword from behind. It's your honor to die under my sword, little devil. Before the words could be finished, Yun Yin suddenly disappeared into place. Using the instant body technique, appeared directly behind the wave wind water gate, and Yun Yin slays it with a single sword. Die, little devil. Ninja blade passed by, but did not touch the wave wind water gate. Because in the moment he swung his knife, the wave wind water gate had disappeared into place. Before Yun Yin could react, a sharp painless sword had already passed his neck. Flash sale. Bo Feng Shui Men unexpectedly killed an upper ninja in a flash. A very skilled instant technique. Lin Tuo's eyes lit up as he hid behind the big stone, acknowledging the speed displayed by the Feng Shui Gate. It truly deserves to be the golden flash of the future. At such a young age, he has achieved such a high level of performance in his instant body technique. Apart from other aspects, the instant body technique level of Bo Feng Shui Men is definitely at the level of elite endurance, otherwise it would be impossible to achieve instant killing endurance. Praise comes with admiration, and Lin Tuo also has some doubts. Where did Bo Feng Shui Men learn the instant body technique? Ninja schools only teach basic 3 body techniques, and it is impossible to teach advanced instant body techniques. Otherwise, Yun Yin, who had been wiped off his neck, wouldn't have been completely unprepared for the wave Feng Shui Gate. Hee. Covering his neck, Yun Yin's eyes widened with disbelief as he was wiped off his neck. He obviously didn't expect to be instantly killed by such a little ghost. He regrets it very much, he regrets why he was not careful. But besides Lin Tuo, who in this world has the regret medicine to take? With a thud, Yun Yin collapsed. Upon seeing this scene, the leader of Yun Yin and another Yunin ninja also widened their eyes. The leader of Yun Yin felt even more extraordinary about Bo Feng Shui Gate. Hurry up. Kill him. He issued another command, and another Yun-in immediately rushed towards the wave-wind-water gate. Someone may ask, why don't they use ninjutsu? He's not a fool. This place is not too far from Konoha. How can you use ninjutsu without being noticed by Konoha ninjas? Once discovered, their mission is bound to fail, so they cannot use the attention-grabbing ninjutsu no matter what. Unlike the previous Yun-in, the one who made the move this time was also holding a painless handle. And after seeing the strength displayed by Bo Fengshui Gate, he no longer had any sense of underestimation. Ding ding dang dang. Kowu and Kowu are constantly colliding, shining bright sparks in the dark night. This time, Bo Fengshui men can't bear to kill Yun-in in seconds. But with his excellent proficiency in instant body techniques, he was still on par with Yun-in Shang's endurance. Is this kid so powerful? Seeing that his subordinates were unable to attack for a long time, the leader Yun-in was clearly a bit anxious. After a moment of contemplation, he suddenly opened his pocket and grabbed the neck of the swirling beauty inside, lifting it out. Ah! Vortex Miko screamed in fear. Where has she ever encountered such a situation? How could you not be afraid? If you dare to continue taking action, I will kill her. At this moment, the leader of Yun-in used Juxinai to threaten the Fengshui Gate. Faced with such a threat, Bo Fengshui hesitated for a moment before standing still and giving up resistance. Between Miko and himself, he chose Miko. Seeing Bo Fengshui Gate give up resistance, Yun-in endured without any mercy, and the painless path in her hand pierced straight into Bo Fengshui Gate's heart. He can finally seek revenge for his companions. Seeing this scene, Lin Tuo, who was hiding behind the stone, sneered and pursed his lips. Do we still need to use threatening means to deal with a child? Therefore, at the moment when the bitterness in Yun-Yin's hand was about to touch the wave-wind-water gate, Lin Tuo appeared holding the Uzi Bo Mei-chin. Let's brainstorm for ourselves later. Just exchange Juxinai for Meizi. Yuchi really did her best, everyone. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 1. Attendance Lottery System. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Finally downloaded. On this day, Lin Tuo finally downloaded a game that all men love from the internet. This game is very special. Everything in the game requires a lottery to win, full of randomness and fun. Aunt smiled as she waited for the game installation to be completed, and Lin Tuo couldn't wait to start fighting. However, when the game was installed at 99%, it suddenly froze. Shall I wipe it? Just as Lin Tuo was puzzled, a pop-up window suddenly popped up. Are you willing to experience the joy of lottery firsthand? Here is the place to enter the answer. Obviously, the game can only be successfully installed after entering the correct answer. Nonsense. If you don't want me to play the game, why? Lin Tuo was speechless about the malicious interest of the pirate developer, and then entered the word willing at the speed of his mother Solo's 20-year experience. When the enter key was pressed, Lin Tuo, who was originally sitting comfortably on the computer chair, disappeared from sight on June 30th, the 16th year of the Kiba era, in a small room of an apartment building in Kiba. A small figure, only 6 years old, stood in front of a mirror, looking at himself in the mirror with a bewildered expression. Sleeping slot. Have I traveled through time? Did I travel through time and become a 6-year-old kid? Obviously, this 6-year-old guy is Lin Tuo, who has just crossed over. Looking in the mirror, Lin Tuo had to admit that he had been cute since he was a child. But where is this? Lin Tuo opened the door and looked outside, but just one glance left him bewildered. Because he could see at a glance a rock wall directly opposite his front door, and above the wall were 2 statues of human heads. Is this Huoying Rock? Is this my village? Have I traveled to the world of ninjas? And it was also the era of the 2nd-generation Hokage ruling. Ding! The check.in lottery system is bound. Successfully bound, please remember, our goal is to become the strongest. Sleeping slot. Is the golden finger here? Lin Tuo quickly closed the door and wanted to check the system that had just been bound to him. However, at this moment, a piece of information first came to his mind. It's information about his identity. The information is very simple. Lin Tuo's identity in this world is also known as Lin Tuo. He was born in the 10th year of the Kiba era and his birthday is July 2nd. His current identity is a graduating student from ninja school, at the age of 6. Tomorrow is the day when Lin Tuo will graduate from ninja school and take the graduation exam. It is worth mentioning that the future Konoha Sannin, Gangshou, has always been his classmate along with Orochimaru, and will participate in the graduation exam with him tomorrow. And Lin Tuo's parents in this world have already died in battle while doing tasks. There are still 300,000 taels of savings at home, which are compensation from Kiba to the families of the deceased ninjas and savings from his parents as an otaku. Lin Tuo naturally watched the second installment, which even dogs don't watch, but he didn't watch it. As far as he knows, 300,000 taels in the world of ninjas is equivalent to 3 million island coins in the world he came from, which is about 150,000 soft sister coins. Not too few. After receiving the identity information, Lin Tuo eagerly opened the system. The first thing that catches the eye is Lin Tuo's personal information. Name: Lin Tuo. Age: 6 years old. Identity: Kiba Ninja School graduate ninja. 1. The higher the attribute, the stronger the power of releasing ninjutsu. Body: 1. The higher the attribute, the stronger the melee combat ability. Fantasy: 1. The higher the attribute, the stronger the resistance and power of illusion spells. Strength: 2. The higher the attribute, the greater the strength. Speed: 1. The higher the attribute, the faster the speed. Chakra: 1. The higher the attribute, the more chakras there are. Each item has a maximum score of 10 and can be surpassed. Comprehensive score. 7. Lower tolerance. Note: 0 to 10 is the lower tolerance, 10 to 20 is the middle tolerance, 20 to 30 is the special upper tolerance, 30 to 40 is the upper tolerance, 40 to 50 is the elite upper tolerance, 50 to 60 is the shadow, and 60 or more is the super shadow level. Rating only represents the protagonist. Comprehensive rating does not represent true combat power. Ninjutsu Basic 3 Body Technique. Stand-in technique, transformation technique, and separation technique. Physical examination. None illusion. None. After reading his basic attributes, Lin Tuo's cute little face showed a puzzled expression. System: I remember besides the 6 basic attributes of ninja, phantom, speed, and chakra, there should also be a seal. What about the seal attribute? True powerhouses don't need to be sealed. They can release ninjutsu with just a clap of their hands. As the host of this system, of course, the host will become the strongest ninja. Therefore, the ninjutsu obtained by the system's automatic reward host can be directly mastered with a clap of both hands and a thought in my heart. I can even release ninjutsu without even needing to clap my hands. However, this system still recommends that the host occasionally clap their hands, at least to increase the sense of participation in releasing ninjutsu. It's truly a system. Bull Batch. Lin Tuo gave a thumbs up. Being able to directly learn ninjutsu is a breath of relief for him. After all, he came through time travel, and if he had to slowly learn how to seal and ninjutsu, it would definitely be a huge torture for him. After reading his basic information, Lin Tuo asked. System, do you have any other functions? Of course there is. This system is a sign-in lottery system, where you can sign in once a day and get a chance to win a lottery, helping the host become stronger. Check-in lottery. Isn't that similar to the game I downloaded? System, you probably came from that game, right? Host, please don't talk nonsense. Didn't you just encounter this system by downloading games? After studying the system, Lin Tuo lay back in a large zigzag shape on the bed. What should we do in the future? A person has crossed into this dangerous world, lonely and helpless. Even if there is a system by his side, Lin Tuo doesn't know how long he can live. Lin Tuo doesn't feel any sense of security now. Because this world is too dangerous. No way. We must find a thick leg to hug. Thinking of his current identity, Tsunade, Zilaiya, and Orochimaru are all his classmates. That's the three ninjas of the future. Lin Tuo immediately made a decision. I must hold on to the thick legs of the future 5th generation Hokage Master Ji tightly. P.S. New book opening, collection, flowers, tickets, and other data are very important for newly opened books. Please don't be stingy with these free props in your hands. As long as the data is good, Yuchi will definitely add more explosive, so that everyone can enjoy it. Of course. It would be great if you could give me some tips if you have plenty of money in your hands. Shyness 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 2. De Guan Mu Yi Lu. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Is there a promising future following Sister Gangshou? Besides, which man doesn't like beautiful women? And Gangshou is a goddess-level beauty. However, how should I hold on to this thick leg tightly? Of course, it's about building good relationships. But how to establish good relationships? Thinking that the current Gangshou is only a 6-year-old little loli, a crazy plan is gradually taking shape in Lin Tuo's mind. What plan is it? That's confession. As long as you become a man of Gangshou, you can definitely hold on to this thick leg. Perhaps a confession made once may not agree, but what about 10 times? 20 times? How about 100 times? It is said that sincerity is the most powerful weapon. Lin Tuo really doesn't believe it anymore. Can't you impress Gangshou by confessing to him every day? Just a 6-year-old little loli, hold on. In order to survive well and safely. Fight it. Thinking of this, Lin Tuo suddenly sat up. System. Sign in lottery. Ding. Congratulations to the host for successfully signing in and winning a random lottery. Ding. Randomly completed, once for a random ninjutsu lottery. Ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Fire Escape Ninjutsu, Fire Dragon Flame Bullet, Fire Escape. Fire Dragon Flame Bullet Ninjutsu Level B. Ninjutsu Description. Fierce dancing flames instantly annihilate enemies. Attack range 10 meters. B. Level ninjutsu is already a higher level ninjutsu, and at the moment of obtaining it, Lin Tuo perfectly mastered the Fire Dragon Flame Bullet. And he doesn't even need to seal, he can just open his mouth and spit out the Fire Dragon Flame Bullet. But if it's not printed, it doesn't feel handsome enough. Lin Tuo hesitated for a moment before finally deciding to pinch a "in" seal during the sealing process, which was also the last seal of the Fire Dragon Flame Bullet. Finally, there is an attacking ninjutsu approaching. Finally, I have some combat power. Lin Tuo, who is in a good mood, plans to go out and explore. After all, he used to really enjoy the anime Storm. Now that you truly come into this world, of course, you need to experience the customs and traditions of this world well. Arriving at the street of Mai, Lin Tuo had to admit that my village was still very large. Although it is just a village, in reality, the area of my village has reached a terrifying 230,000 square meters. Of course, the current Mai village is not as prosperous as later generations, and institutions such as the root and my hospital have not yet been established, and the basic measures are not perfect enough. But it's also very good. I wonder if the big barrel of my Lamian noodles has been opened yet. Unfortunately, the original book doesn't describe the location of Lamian noodles very much, and Lin Tuo doesn't know where Lamian noodles is. But he has nothing to do now, just take it easy to find him. At the same time, in a huge and luxurious courtyard, a 6-year-old girl with light yellow hair, a high ponytail, and a sweet and lovely appearance was pulling a red-haired lady in a white kimono as she walked outside. The noblewoman appeared to be around 20 years old, with a pair of bun heads tied and 2 spiritual talismans hanging below them. On the head of the noblewoman, she also wore ornaments resembling a crown, with a purple diamond mark on her forehead, exuding a noble and beautiful temperament. "Grandma, I want to eat Lamian noodles." Zilaiya is coquettish and her sweet voice is very pleasant to the ear. The noblewoman looked at her with a helpless expression, her eyes full of indulgence. "Gangshou, you're graduating tomorrow. Why don't you prepare for it and go out to play?" Originally, this 6-year-old little loli was none other than the goddess of countless otaku's dreams. Gangshou Ji. Of course, the current Gangshou has not yet grown up, after all, he is only 6 years old. What kind of physique can he have? And the noble woman, known as the grandmother by Tsunade, is naturally the wife of the first Hokage of Konoha, the god of ninjas, Chikumasaru, and also the Whirlpool Mito of the first 9-tailed Takashi. "I just want to eat a bowl of Lamian noodles." "Please, Grandma." Gangshou continues to act coquettishly. Yesterday after school, she saw a new Lamian noodles restaurant near the ninja school. She tasted it with curiosity and found that the Lamian noodles made in it was very delicious. Gangshou couldn't help liking the taste of Lamian noodles, so he wanted to have another meal. Faced with Tsunade's coquettish attack, Vortex Mito could only surrender. "All right. Let's go and eat Lamian noodles." Upon seeing the agreement of the Whirlpool Mito, Tsunade was immediately overjoyed. "Thank you, Grandma. Let's go now." "Okay." Vortex Mito nodded, took Gangshou and put on his shoes and walked straight to the Lamian noodles restaurant that Gangshou said. On the other side, Lin Tuo finally found the location of Yao Lamian noodles. Looking at the brand new store and the brand new Yao Lamian noodles sign on the door, Lin Tuo had to admit that he was really a bit lucky. Because this Lamian noodles restaurant has just opened. If I had come a few days earlier, I wouldn't have opened it yet. Curious, Lin Tuo went straight into Yao Lamian noodles. At the moment of entering the door, Lin Tuo saw a very young man standing inside Yao Lamian noodles. Who is it? Not Otakuni Yoshitaka. Of course, Detongni Yael is a joking statement. Uncle Yael's life is called hand-hitting, just an ordinary person. Now Uncle Yael has opened a Lamian noodles restaurant, but he is not married yet. He is only about 18 or 9 years old. Upon seeing Lin Tuo enter the door, the young Uncle Yael warmly greeted him. "Welcome, children. Uncle, give me a bowl of seafood Lamian noodles." Lin Tuo sat on the stool, looking curiously at Uncle Yael. Suddenly receiving the nickname Uncle, Yael expressed great pressure. Why suddenly became an uncle even though I was at the age of being an older brother? "Child, I'm only 18 years old. You should call me brother." Uncle Yael wanted to change Lin Tuo's way of calling himself. Upon hearing this, Lin Tuo blinked his big eyes. "Okay. Uncle. It's my brother. I got it. Uncle. They all said it's my brother. I understand, Uncle. How about I treat you to Lamian noodles? As long as you call me my brother, I will treat you to Lamian noodles." This. Facing the temptation of free Lamian noodles, Lin Tuo hesitated. After all, he only has a total of 300,000 taels of savings now, which may seem like a lot, but by no means much. Seeing the possibility, Yael immediately became excited. He pointed to the most luxurious Lamian noodles picture behind him and said, "As long as you call me brother, I will invite you to eat the luxurious seafood Lamian noodles." Lin Tuo took a look at the luxury version of seafood Lamian noodles and asked for 1,000 liang. That's the price of over 500 soft coins. Okay. For the sake of luxury seafood Lamian noodles, just call you brother. Brother, uncle. Yael is deflated. The helplessness in my heart is written on my face. Destroy it. This world. I am happy to have a big barrel of wood, alright. Uncle, just uncle. Yao turned weakly to the kitchen and began to make ramen noodles. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 3. Life is like a play, all relying on acting skills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Tuo silently waited for his luxurious seafood ramen noodles to come on stage, and just then there was a sound of footsteps behind him. Lin Tuo instinctively turned his head and his eyes lit up. A lady with a little lorry walked into Yao ramen noodles. Lin Tuo recognized Gangshou at a glance. After all, the light yellow high ponytail was not something that ordinary people could handle. And the red-haired noblewoman next to Gangshou, besides Gangshou's grandmother, the Whirlpool Mido, could not be anyone else. Unfortunately, it's still an airport. Lin Tuo thought with some regret, but he had already made up his mind that he could start building a good relationship with Gangshou now. The thigh-hugging plan is officially launched. Lin Tuo saw Gangshou, and Gangshou naturally saw Lin Tuo as well. Hey! Why is this guy a bit familiar? At this moment, Lin Tuo took the lead in greeting Gangshou. Gangshou. Is it really you? Are you coming to eat ramen noodles, too? Lin Tuo jumped off the chair and walked excitedly to Gungute. He deliberately held his breath and his face turned red from being held back by him. Of course, in the eyes of Swirlpool Mido, Lin Tuo walked over with a shy expression on his face. Life is like a play, it all depends on acting skills. Looking at Jingtai, who was shy in front of him, Gangte became even more puzzled as she did not recognize Lin Tuo. Because under the arrangement of the system, Lin Tuo is usually like a little transparent at the ninja school and does not attract attention. Who are you? Upon hearing these words, Lin Tuo immediately looked as if he had been hit. I'm Lin Tuo. Gangshou, I'm your classmate. Don't you remember me? Upon hearing Lin Tuo's name, Gangshou finally remembered his existence. So it's you. Lin Tuo. Gangshou is a bit strange. Lin Tuo, who is usually small and transparent, suddenly became bold. Is it because I am about to graduate? Seeing that Gangshou finally remembered himself, Lin Tuo breathed a sigh of relief in his heart. Of course, on his face, he showed an even more shy expression. It's me. Do you want ramen noodles too, Gangshou? How about I treat you? No need. Gang shook his head and glanced at the Whirlpool Mido beside him. My grandmother has money, you don't need to treat me. Upon hearing the word grandmother, Lin Tuo became even more certain of the identity of Whirlpool Mido. As the first generation of nine-tailed pillar power, the strength of Vortex Mido is definitely not weak. After all, this is a super ninja who can firmly suppress the powerful nine tails inside his body. Although he was just a newcomer, Lin Tuo also had great respect for the strong and quickly greeted the Whirlpool Mido. Hello grandma, my name is Lin Tuo and I am a classmate of Gangshou. Hello, little one. Vortex Mido nodded with a smile, his gaze shifting from Lin Tuo's body to Tsunade's body and then to Lin Tuo's. As a passerby, how could she not see Lin Tuo's thoughts? I didn't expect Xiaojiang to pursue him again. That's really interesting. Just then, Yao came out with a bowl of luxury seafood ramen noodles. Seeing another customer coming to the store, he quickly spoke up and said. Welcome. What kind of ramen noodles would you like? Want seafood ramen noodles? 2 bowls. Gangshou replied loudly. Okay, please wait a moment. Nod happily and greet Lin Tuo to eat ramen noodles. Little guy, I have cashed in the ramen noodles I promised you. Thank you, uncle. Lin Tuo smiled gratefully, feeling warm in his heart. He really didn't expect Yao to fulfill his promise. After all, he just called him uncle brother instead of brother. He is truly the key figure in keeping Naruto's original intention alive. One look at his own luxury seafood ramen noodles, and another look at Gangshou, Lin Tuo was moved. When is it better not to show goodwill now? Gangshou, please eat my luxurious seafood ramen noodles. Gangshou was taken aback, his big brown eyes shining with an unparalleled surprise. Because the luxury seafood ramen noodles is too expensive for her now. She doesn't just want to waste money. If you have that money, why not go to D? But if someone invites you, let's talk about it separately. This. Isn't that good, is it? What will you do? Looking at Gangshou's refusal and welcome, Lin Tuo felt a sense of joy in his heart. Not afraid of you accepting, just afraid of you not accepting. This is a perfect start. I'll just eat your bowl. Really? Gangshou's mouth grinned, revealing a sweet smile. However, she did not immediately agree and turned her head to look at the already seated Whirlpool Mido. Is that okay, Grandma? This is your own business, you can handle it yourself. Swirlpool Mido squinted his eyes and had a strong smile on his face. Then I'm not polite. Thank you, Lin Tuo. Gangshou nodded and finally agreed to Lin Tuo's exchange. You don't have to be polite to me, Gangshou. Lin Tuo also smiled and took Gangshou to his seat to sit down. This pull was just a casual move by Lin Tuo. After all, the current Gangshou is just a little lowly. Although there are systematic strategic tasks in place, he doesn't have many ideas about the current outline. I just want to learn more first, everything else will have to wait until I grow up. Lin Tuo did not see a blush flicker on the small face of Gangshou, who was being held by her. His gaze fell on Lin Tuo's hand, but he did not break free. Lin Tuo directly took Gangshou to his seat and pushed his luxury seafood ramen noodles in front of Gangshou. Eat quickly. Gangshou. Thank you. Looking at the luxury version of seafood ramen noodles in front of her, the greedy tears of Gangshou almost came out of her mouth. Without any courtesy, Gangshou took a pair of chopsticks and started eating. I don't want to eat other little Lori's food. Gangshou's food is very heroic. He put seafood and ramen noodles into his mouth. Looking at Gangshou's bold and straightforward appearance, Lin Tuo had no intention of disliking him. After all, it's my thighs. Isn't it normal to have a bit of personality? And Lin Tuo really thinks that the way Gangshou eats with a big mouth is very cute. At this time, Yao came out with 2 bowls of ramen noodles. But compared with the luxurious seafood ramen noodles of Gangshou, the seafood in these 2 bowls of ramen noodles is much less. When he noticed that Gangshou was eating Lin Tuo's ramen noodles, Lin Tuo stared at Gangshou straightly and smiled happily. Does this kid already know he likes girls when he's young? Without saying anything, I'll put ramen noodles in front of Swirlpool Shuyo and Lin Tuo respectively and silently returned to the back of the counter. P.S. Everyone, collect more and get some flower tickets. This book has a daily update of 5 chapters and 10,000 words. If the data is good, add more. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 4. Preliminary Successful Thigh Hugging Plan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at the seafood ramen noodles in front of him, Lin Tuo didn't eat it immediately. Instead, he put the seafood in the bowl into Gangshou's bowl. Gangshou suddenly felt shy. Well. You don't have to do this. Lin Tuo. If you like it, eat more, it's okay, Lin Tuo replied with a smile. He didn't eat ramen noodles until he put all the seafood in Gangshou's bowl. This scene was captured by the eyes of the Whirlpool Mido and Ichiro, both of whom revealed a smile that could only be understood but not expressed in words. Young is so good. It didn't take much time to finish ramen noodles, and Lin Tuo and his family soon finished ramen noodles. Lin Tuo took the initiative to walk to the counter and took out 2,000 taels and placed them in front of Yao. Uncle, this is the meal money, please keep it safe. That's right. Lin Tuo not only paid the money, but also paid the money of Gangshou and ramen noodles of Swirlpool Waterhouse together. There are not many opportunities to please parents. How could Lin Tuo possibly let go? Looking at the money in front of me, I opened my mouth happily and wanted to say something. But looking at Lin Tuo's resolute gaze, he still didn't speak and just said, "Thank you for your patronage. Welcome back next time." Lin Tuo nodded with a smile and looked at Tsunade and Vortex Mito, warmly inviting them. "Grandma, Gangshou, would you like to take a walk and digest after dinner?" Upon hearing this, Gangshou immediately looked towards the Whirlpool Mito. If it's a walk with Tuojuan, it's not impossible either. After a bowl of lamian noodles, Gangshou felt that Lin Tuo was much more agreeable. She doesn't mind having another good friend who takes care of herself like this. Vortex Mito understood the meaning of Tsunade's gaze and nodded with a smile. For the sake of Shaolin's inviting us to eat lamian noodles, let's go for a walk together. Okay. Lin Tuo cheered and his excited expression was written on his face. Is he so excited? As the saying goes, life is like a play, it all depends on acting skills. The initial thigh-hugging plan was very successful. Taking a walk, walking on the bustling street of wooden leaves. Lin Tuo and Gangshou walked side by side. Lin Tuo knew that the atmosphere could not be silent, so he searched for a topic to ask Gangshou if he had confidence in passing tomorrow's graduation exam. Of course there is. Gangshou said with a proud expression. I have already practiced my three-body technique very well. I will definitely pass the exam. It's you. Tuojuan, your grades are not good usually, won't you fail? I can definitely do it too. Lin Tuo nodded confidently. No matter what, I will graduate with you. It would be even better if I could be assigned to a small team. With the help of the system, it is impossible for anyone in this world to practice better than Lin Tuo's three-body technique. Whether it's transformation, stunt, or clone, Lin Tuo is confident that he can use them perfectly. It is only natural to pass the exam. However, when it comes to dividing teams, Lin Tuo knows that he probably won't be able to be in the same class as Gangshou. How can the three ninjas of Gangshou, Zilaiya, Orochimaru, and Muye be separated? What Lin Tuo didn't notice was that the nearby vortex water user showed a thoughtful expression upon hearing his words. If there is someone who likes to protect Gangshou next to him, can I rest assured? Thinking of this question, the Whirlpool water user suddenly spoke up and asked. Xiaolin, where are your parents? Lin Tuo was taken aback for a moment, but he didn't expect the Whirlpool Mito to suddenly open its mouth. A hint of sadness flashed in his eyes and he said. My parents sacrificed themselves while doing tasks 3 years ago. After the hero. Swirlpool Mito sighed, no longer doubting Lin Tuo's identity, and a little more pity appeared in his heart. What a poor child. Unconsciously, the three of them walked to the front of the Huoying building. Vortex Mito glanced at Tsunade and Lin Tuo. You two little ones, go play on your own. I have something to do with Lord Huoying. Goodbye Grandma. Lin Tuo quickly waved goodbye. The term grandma used by Lin Tuo was not corrected by the Whirlpool Mito. Normally, Lin Tuo should call her adult, but she really likes the cute Lin Tuo, so he went. Watching the Whirlpool Mito enter the Hokage building, Lin Tuo looked at Tsunade and asked. Gangshou, where are we going to play? Follow me. Gangshou smiled mysteriously and pulled Lin Tuo's small hand straight towards a direction. D field. Looking at the D scene in front of him, Lin Tuo looked bewildered. Gangshou, is this field D? Yeah. Gangshou grinned and looked at Lin Tuo with a smile. Tuojuan, do you have money? Be poor Lin Tuo answered without hesitation. A total of only about 300,000 taels of savings, I don't know how long it will take. Just treat him to dinner, he doesn't want to waste his money in the D venue. Especially Gangshou, the title of legendary big fat sheep is not for nothing. Giving her D the money is like drifting in the water. It's impossible to win at all. Even if Gangshou is the thick leg he wants to hug, isn't he still holding it? Is that right? Gangshou's gaze turned and landed directly on Lin Tuo's purse. But Tuojuan, your wallet is very bulging. Isn't it money inside? No. It's not money, what's that? It's paper. Seeing Lin Tuo's lack of oil and salt, Gangshou suddenly became anxious. How can I play without money? With a movement in his heart, Gangshou suddenly grabbed Lin Tuo's arm. Tuojuan, please. Just lend me some money. I will definitely repay you when I win. The coquettish voice made Lin Tuo's heart tremble. The one who is coquettishly treating him now is the goddess Gungate. As an otaku, who can tolerate a little lowly acting coquettishly in front of her. I can't stand it anymore. Lin Tuo painfully opened his wallet and handed 1,000 taels to Gangshou. Give it. Gangshou didn't take it because she saw that Lin Tuo still had a lot of money in his wallet. Tuojuan, just lend me a little more. 1,000 taels is too little. It's not enough to play a few times. People's hearts are weak, snakes swallow elephants. Looking at Gangshou with a flushed face, Lin Tuo gritted his teeth and took out 2,000 taels, then directly stuffed his wallet into his arms. 3,000 taels, love or not? Okay. The goal was achieved, and Gangshou smiled and took the money from Lin Tuo's hand. Don't you play together, Tuojuan? Lin Tuo quickly shook his head. I and D Poison are at odds. Alright then. Tuojuan, follow me. There are many people here, don't get lost. Gangshou nodded and started playing with Lin Tuo after exchanging chips. Due to her short stature, she played with machines. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward.